Hey.
I'm already getting yelled at in the chat.
No.
I hope there's articles. So, all right. So I've had a bit of a time. I'm going to tell you this right up front.
Okay.
So I had to send my Rodecaster Pro 2 back. Okay. And I had my Rodecaster 1 that I used to use down here. And I forgot what a pain in the ass that thing is to download shows from, because I was recording right on the Rodecaster Pro onto its card.
Oh, okay. So it's got like an onboard
it's got an on
shits.
Exactly.
Right. Fair enough.
So I'm down here trying to get the not only the Rubberneckers one, but the Brand X podcast. I can't get it out of the mixer. Right, everything I do crashes. So I go on. I go to.
Isn't that the same problem your BFF Edward has with his Rodecaster?
Exactly. So then I had to upgrade the companion app that goes on the computer. Well, I did that, and all kinds of shit was going on here. It was crashing my computer. It was doing those, and I'm thinking to myself, this is the same thing Edward had, but I don't think my hard drive's bad or anything. I don't think there's any problems with my computer. So then I got back on it with the support, and they're like, "Well, take this." And so what I ended up doing was I ended up taking everything off,
throwing it out the window,
shutting the computer off, and then turning everything back on and putting everything back together again, and then it worked. The problem is,
took it apart and blew in all the holes. That's what I do.
We used to do this in the elevator. We called it shotgun. You'd walk over to the main line, you'd shut off the main power, you'd count to 10, and you'd put it back on again. We used to call that the reset.
It's a hard reset.
And then see if it ran. So, but it takes like 2 hours to download one show.
God damn.
Right. So I had to download. So I just finished that up here, and then we had problems here. So saying that to say this, and I'm all ready to go, and we should get into the show.
Excellent.
Now all I have to do is find out where I put the intro. Oh yeah, here it is.
Play my fucking music, John.
I got a chafe on my shaft now because I've been beating off all goddamn day.
Welcome into another episode of Rubberneckers, episode 66.
Hey.
Close to the Devil's episode.
Who knew we'd make it this far, John Domingo?
That's true. Everybody said it was over episode 7.
Yep.
Doug asked me for some information.
Doug?
And he's like, when was the first time you talked to me? I said, okay. I told him.
Yeah.
Well, on Brand X, it was episode 50, if anybody wants to know.
This is Doug from the Who's Right podcast?
From the Who's Right podcast. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Then he said, what episode was Rubberneckers when you melted down? I said, that was episode 7. He goes, okay. Never heard from him again. So I don't know what he's cooking up.
Maybe he's planning for your eulogy.
Yeah, maybe. So you have a lot of friends in podcasting.
Yes.
And you listen to their podcasts.
Yeah.
Has ever anybody during one of their shows said something that infuriated you?
I was listening to the Bro Migos podcast, and they talked about white people making mac and cheese, and some dumb bitch put Kraft singles on top of their mac and cheese. That made me pretty upset.
Okay. All right. So I had this happen right before we came on the show because I'm getting ready and I have a podcast on, and they're friends of mine. Matter of fact, I used to be on the podcast. It's called Brilliant Observations. It's with Melissa and Amy. And Melissa comes on and she goes, I hate football because of the way that the people idolize the players. And, nobody should be idolized like that. And I thought to myself, during a violent game. And I thought to myself, because I know she's big into movies and music and stuff like that, I said, who idolizes people more than movie actors and rocks or, music artists and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. I would say that's one movie people, one TV people, two. I don't know. Where's music in there? 3 or 4?
Music people don't make nearly as much as sports athlete people, I would assume.
You don't
Unless we're
think
talking about unless we're talking about the WNBA, like they don't make a lot of money, but musicians, make their money from touring for the most part nowadays. The whole record industry has been fucked by the internet. So,
okay. All right.
like your older guys, your older dudes that can charge $300,000, $1 million to show up, that's fine. But most people don't make that.
Well, you got people like Tommy McDonald who sells a lot of songs. He puts them on YouTube, but they download them from iTunes or whatever, Spotify.
Yeah.
I think that's where you can buy them. I don't know, to be honest with you. So it was just it had me yelling at my. It actually had me yelling at my review. Now, listen, I know you don't get upset about it. You don't normally get upset about anything. You got your.
I got my things. I'm not a big sports guy. Like I like sports, okay, but I'm not like a passionate sports enthusiast person. I think it's gay when you get that involved with sports.
Well, bend me over and fuck me in the ass because I'm as gay can be for this Super Bowl coming up.
There's an ISO. Fuck yeah, I know. You go fly bird, 5 pelicans, or whatever the fucking
Eagles. Sure. My Eagles. Oh, and
I watched the commercials. This would be infuriating to you when I watched the Super Bowl. I literally fast forward through the first 3 quarters of the game, just watch the commercials, and I'll usually watch the last quarter.
Yeah,
I just don't care.
Edward says Jody's permanently sedated, which is
no shit.
Not far.
I haven't even started yet. Oh, hey, John, in honor of Black History Month, I wanted to announce tonight I'll be enjoying a delicious Colt 45. If it's good enough for Billy D. Williams, it's good enough for me.
A little Mad Dog.
Happy 2020. Happy Black History Month, John.
Is it, I can't remember. Something. What's the price? 55 twice. What's the what's the occasion? Because we're not Caucasian.
Oh, shit.
But anyhow. Yeah, believe it or not, some people think that I'm racist.
Some people.
Last night we were doing Rubberneckers, or not Rubberneckers, the Boomer Bunker. And there was that video of the cat that meows in a very racist way.
What did it say?
I might have it quickly where I could get to it.
Oh, you don't want to quote the cat on this one?
No, I do not want to quote the cat on this one. I do not.
So bad, we're gonna get banned.
Yeah, it could happen.
I don't know. As I said a joke to that. I said they ought to call this cat Uncle Ruckus for all the words that he was dropping. That's a
I'll just play
fun reference for the show.
Here, I'll put the video up because I don't even think I can play the audio without people going whoa. But then when you listen to it, because I listened to Boomer Bunker back for checking it, and you just hear it and it sounds pretty bad. But here we go. This is the racist cat.
See, what you should have done is just played the sound. You should have played the sound and let me guess, John.
That bothered Edward's girlfriend so bad she left a Discord.
Yeah. Somebody got a new chainsaw.
I know.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Jokey jokes. All right. So what are we talking about? The new intro theme. You have this up here as number 1.
Yeah, that was just make sure and play the new intro theme.
Just make sure we play it.
Put a new check mark by that one, Jamingo.
I'm sorry. Okay, we got that done.
You're firing on all 8.
Yeah, we are. I was like, wait a minute. Where's all my stories? Well, that's because I changed things up here, so I have to go back to the other one.
You see any fun stuff in the news to gawk about, John?
Oh, I've got stuff.
There was a lot this week. I really didn't think there was going to be, but I've been home the last 2 days because of bad weather. So I've just been sifting through the fucking internet, and finally you said enough. We have enough.
Yeah. What happened? How come I can't do this? It won't open. Now I got to explain it to you because I can't play it unless I play it from the YouTubes.
Yeah.
Let me play it from the YouTubes.
Deal with it, listener.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Play some mood music.
Caddyshack commercial.
Oh shit! I just saw that movie for the first time like a year or 2 ago.
Did you?
Caddyshack. Never watched it when I was a kid.
All right, so there's a Super Bowl commercial coming up. Why would you have an ad? Why would you have an ad for an ad? Jesus, people. I mean, come on.
Give it to me, John. Tune up. Why would you have an ad for an ad, John? Who puts a commercial on a goddamn commercial?
Play an ad, and they have an ad, so I can play the ad. All right, so here's the thing, and people are losing their mind over this. I don't understand why. Maybe you and I can come to a decision on how this why they're getting upset.
Okay.
Here we go.
You said Caddyshack is the thing?
Caddyshack. So here's the commercial.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Caddyshack's one of my favorite movies. Move this volume down so I don't.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Hear that?
Yes. Okay, you got it. Showing up at the country club.
All right, so that's
Whoa.
Serena. That's Serena Williams, right?
She fills out a pair of golf slacks.
She does. And this
Good
is the guy
Lord.
that's supposed to be Ted Knight. Ted Knight, God rest his soul, died long time ago.
Okay. Okay. Just playing golf and dancing around.
I bet you sliced it into the woods.
On one.
Don't hit it. Oh, you missed the putt, you jackass.
Be the ball. No.
Hey, good job, Serena.
Why is everybody upset about this commercial? Do you have any idea?
Because black people don't play golf.
Because black people are in the commercial.
Oh,
And if you go watch Caddyshack, you just watch the movie. There's 2 black people in the whole movie.
mm-hmm.
The first
There's
black,
lots of the blacks in the opening scene with Serena Williams.
here in the commercial there is. In the movie Caddyshack, there's the original one. I don't know about the second one or any sequels. There's 2 black people. The first black person is the one that's in there shining the shoes, and the guy said something. He's like, son of a bitch, and he starts grinding the shoes. The second black person is the one where they had the yacht and it's going crazy, and there's a black guy fishing, and his eyes get real big, and he dives out of the boat. They were the only 2 black people in the movie, right?
Wow.
And basically what the movie was the middle class against the elites, and how, so that's what it was.
Sure.
So what they're saying is now that because there has to be people of color represented in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, here's my thing. There's a lot of black people now that play golf.
Oh, there's plenty of black people that play golf. I was being facetious, John.
Yeah, but you know something? Back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, early 90s, no. Nobody wanted to see a black man walking through the woods swinging a club. It just wasn't. It wasn't something they did.
Well, black people don't typically do outdoor sports that I know of. Listen, I know a handful of black folks, and they don't camp. They don't go frisbee golf. It's like anything that involves going out in the woods, especially with a bunch of white people, they tend to avoid.
Yeah. So with Tiger Woods, I think that he brought a lot of black people, people of color, people of color into the playing golf. Now, me, I hate golf. It's the worst game ever made. I can't stand it. I mean, I've told this story plenty of times. There's a lake over in a golf club near me that has my whole set of golf clubs in it still, probably.
Damn, you threw it that far?
I threw them right in the goddamn lake, and I said, that's it. And I got in the golf cart, and I drove the fuck out. And that was the last time I played golf.
Golf is a tough one because I suck at golf, but I've got the clubs. It's fun to go drink beer and try to whack the ball.
Right. Well, that's the thing. The reason that people play golf on the
it's
weekend,
like a batting cage on the ground. That's all it is. Sometimes you hit the ball. Sometimes you don't fucking hit the ball. Sometimes by the 18th hole, if I'm there for the full day, like I'm throwing the ball to get it even near where the fucking flag is because I'm half drunk.
Here, Edward has something here.
Uh-huh.
Name another black professional golfer.
VJ Singh.
I don't know of one. Only Tiger. That's the
VJ
only one I know of.
VJ Singh.
He's not black, is he? He's
I said it 3 times. You're going to cut one of those out. Shut up, John. He's brown. Tiger Woods isn't black either. He's half Asian, half black.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little out over their skis now. I mean, there's
another thing that black people don't do is ski.
Hey, of course it's too fucking cold. Calvin Pete. Well, who ever heard of him? He's probably no good.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not spelled with a K. That's weird.
I don't know. The chat's on fire right now.
No, I don't read it while I'm talking to you, John. I'm here
Someone
just for
says
you, buddy.
Color Boy. I don't know what the hell. Oh.
God.
In Caddyshack, someone said in the movie, they said Color Boy, and the guy's shining his shoes. He goes, Color Boy, you son of a bitch. He's grinding, sparks are flying
Oh,
off.
that's it. Yeah.
That's where it was from.
Jesus.
Oh, look at who knew Edward knew all the black golfers.
He's probably Googling it right now.
Do me a favor. Will you please
What?
say hi to Edward so he stops this.
I do not negotiate with terrorists, sir. Moving on.
Okay. All right. I know we've talked about this before, and I'm going to bring up her picture.
Oh,
Yes. Let's see how if you do. I'm going to quiz you. Who is
Okay.
this?
That. Wait a second. She got an OK symbol tattoo on her leg. Oh, that's the police officer lady that banged all those dudes.
This is the police officer that banged all those dudes.
That fucking alien-headed bitch.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
that's a way better picture of her right there, to be honest with you, John.
Okay,
Is this
so-
from a while ago?
No, I got this off the interwebs. I Googled her name, and this was the best picture that I could find of her that she wasn't in a police uniform.
Man,
So that's her with her husband,
what
and
a
she's
cuck.
and she's back in the news.
Does he have Christmas trees tattooed on his forearm? What a homo.
I don't know what they are.
Oh, there's a snowman.
Okay. So we read the story before,
Mhm.
and the husband said after all that shit, she's banging all these cops, sleeping with the wives, threesomes, and all this stuff. He said he still wants to stick with his wife. He doesn't want a divorce. He does not
Yeah.
want to divorce her.
Dude, if my wife was out doing some busted ass shit like that, now we're gonna do fun shit like that, and you don't get to say no anymore. That's how that works at my house. You're not taking half of my goddamn money and my kids. No, you're gonna stay right here. And you're gonna do that same nasty shit that you were doing. Only this time I get the watch and pick.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
would do that.
They're better than getting a divorce. That's crazy. That's what
I
at
don't
this point, my wife and I, we're on an even playing field. If fucking we leave each other, we're only taking half the debt. Ain't nobody got no fucking money. That's
true, too.
crazy.
All right, so there's a transcript that came out of her talking to HR,
Okay.
and this is what she said. She cracked
She
while
said-
going through a difficult divorce,
Blah 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 blah.
which led to the affair with male colleagues who would stick their dick in anything. These are quotes. They would
Fair.
stick their dick in anything. Quote, me and my husband were kind of on the verge of a divorce, and I just cracked, and then it was just kind of got out of hand.
Yeah.
I got stupid. I got desperate. I guess guys are guys, and they'll stick their dick in anything.
God damn, don't be so hard on yourself, lady. Megan.
I call bullshit on this whole story.
She's like a police 7, dude.
Yeah, she's a police 7. Part of the 61-page transcript, she said that the affairs that she had with the sergeant and his wife, there was a lot of sex, a lot of sex.
Yeah.
And it was sparked by troubles in her marriage. Then the guy, the relationship became toxic because Hall tried to break things off. And she said he threatened to kill himself by drinking an entire bottle of Jack Daniels and then getting into a car wreck.
Oh, what a retard.
Right.
Drink
And
it through your butthole if you're going to try to die from it.
It's because you did this to me. You hurt me.
Yeah. I'll never hit the sides or the bottom of that thing again ever.
So what's she do now? Like, does she get OnlyFans? Do you think she can make any money on OnlyFans? You saw what she-
Probably. Just with the name.
All right.
Yeah,
so-
she's not built bad. Somebody will pay money for that. I won't, but they're out there.
Listen, she's got to be good in the sack. With 5, she had 6 cops on the line here. She was
Mhm.
going between 6.
Probably ain't got no gag reflex.
This guy here wanted to kill himself because she was going to break it off with him.
Yeah.
So after hearing about all this, there is a strip club in Tennessee. Deja Vu Showgirls asked the married 26-year-old to take the stage. They offered her 2 shows, $5,000 per show.
Oh. I wonder if she knows how to dance.
That's what I was thinking. But you really
I
don't have
saw
to
her.
dance, you just shimmy around the pole.
You think that, but I have a feeling that being sexy and dancing around is probably a lot harder than you would think that it is watching somebody else do it. You gotta have balance. You gotta not be fat and also in shape a little bit to dance around and do like a tumble and like put your butt in the air and stuff.
Edward says, I bet she received a gag order from the police department.
Edward.
You know,
Who's
the funny
Edward?
thing about that is that's the best joke he's ever had on the show, and it's in the chat.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that she's got to do something. Now she's got to cash in on her fame. She's never going to get another job at the police department. She can never be. She's got to do something else.
She should go be an EMT. They're always needing help.
Well, she might not have any medical training. She's a cop.
That's fine. Dude, you don't even have to have a license to be an EMT. You just go and they take anybody that'll go in there. Then they'll pay you like $12 an hour to ride in an amber lamps.
I'm telling you right now, I think we should set an over and under on the date that she puts her OnlyFans out. Let's see. It is February 2nd.
Yeah.
I say by February 28th, that's the date I'm setting. Over under, she starts an OnlyFans. Where you going?
Maybe by April. I think she's going to drop a few pounds, but maybe by like middle April, April 15th. So I'm going to go over.
Okay.
Little time shed a couple pounds. All the stress is going to take some off of her, and then she's going to be getting around. Watch.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see her going into porno. It's got to be something sexual.
I mean, she could do other stuff. She could go make pizza or something. I'd watch that.
Why make pizza when you can make all this money doing OnlyFans? Like, look at
do it sexy though. Like, take the whole pepperoni thing and like whack your titties with it or something, and then be like, oh, and then you slice this and put it on top. Like, that's the problem nowadays, John Jamingo. Everybody goes straight for the porno. Like, you understand, my brain is mush from all the ass and titties and vagina that I've looked at on my phone. So I want to see it, but I'm not like, stoked. It doesn't have the same reaction anymore. But if you show me a lady that knows how to cook in 2023 and she's making pizza, I'd probably check that out. I won't get in trouble watching.
I'm not going to lie. I've watched more cooking videos on YouTube than I've watched porno in the past 6 months because I'm trying to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
All right.
Cooking videos are great.
All right. So I'm going to jump around here a little bit because we just went to since we're talking about breastises and
Oh, this one had your name in capital letters across it, huh?
It certainly did.
Man.
Australian woman, me boobs won't stop growing because I have a rare condition.
A rare condition. Pamela J.
Rare condition. Her boobs went 4 cup size from 100 to 130 centimeters. I don't know what that means.
Here we go.
Just a year.
The curvy OnlyFans model has gone up 4 cup sizes, growing from a J cup to an M cup in 8 months. Jesus.
Wait a minute. She's a OnlyFans model. Oh, come on. This is bullshit.
No, just like you said, this is what these ladies are built for.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
show them, Jamingo. Pull them down. Those titties are bigger than your head in the window.
Look
that
at
we're
the
talking
size.
right there.
There's some big fucking tits. Pamela J was diagnosed with
gigantomastia. That means tig old bitties.
Yeah, they grew 31 centimeters in just a few months. I want something like I want a scan. I'm telling you, there's 2 big fun bags of silicone or saline in there.
That lady has 2 watermelons hanging off of the front of her body. Damn.
Yeah, I went to TikTok to pull the videos. I don't care about the story. I'm just going to show you the pictures of her.
So it said that whatever her disorder is, they just keep growing. Like they said, your only options are deal with it the way it is, get a reduction, and they're going to keep growing.
So you mean, if she gets a reduction, they'll start growing again?
Yeah, that's what the doctors told her.
You know what? Then just have them chopped out.
Those are just cartoon titties. Look at them.
They're huge. It's got to be tough to do anything.
Yeah.
But, listen, I'm not going to lie. I don't mind them.
No, she's a good looking lady. She's fucking Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah. So I went to her TikTok and I was going to, because I thought maybe she would be talking about it or anything. Nope. It's just her music playing, bouncing up and down, the big titties bouncing up and down.
She do jumping jacks and give herself black eyes.
But
that's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how much for an OnlyFans. I wonder what her OnlyFans is. I'm gonna have to look that up a little
Jamingo, what do you think about those titties? You think they help you float or do they sink you if you get in water? What is the buoyancy on titties like that?
I think that if they're natural, You will not sink. But if they are not, that's what we do. We put her in a pool and we tie her hands to her side.
Like a witch, and we just
Right.
see if she sinks or floats.
Right. And if she floats, they're real.
Yeah.
And if not, then we go drag her out.
You better hold your breath, witch tits.
Witch tits. All right. So there's been another big giant issue in the NHL. A whole team this year, the New York Rangers, they forgot on Friday night during warm-ups, they were supposed to wear their gay pride gear.
Oh.
The numbers were supposed to have the rainbows, and the sticks were supposed to be wrapped in the rainbow tape.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they were going to be doing this. And guess what? They didn't do it. They came out in their regular uniforms. And the New York City Pride reportedly learned that the Rangers had decided not to use the Pride Night equipment, decrying the showing as a major disappointment to the LGBTQ committee. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck what do you want us to do?
How many gay people watch hockey? Is that a big thing, you think?
Yeah, exactly. What am I? Okay, next time what we're going to do is we're going to go out there with our Pride jerseys on. We're going to drop our drawers and you guys can insert your hockey stick in our asshole.
We're all just going to get into a line and blow each other.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to anal rape each other with the stick, with the rainbow tape. Is that celebrating you enough?
You know what's crazy is if they would have just asked nicely, they probably would have done it. But the fact that they're like, this is mandatory. You have to wear the rainbow shit. I like rainbow colored shit. I don't give a shit. Who gives a fuck? We're still going to take our jerseys off and punch each other in the head. So, like, what's the point in complaining about the thing? It's when you say you have to do this, those guys go, no. And they plant their ass in the sand and they go, not going to do it.
I tell you what, they've ruined the rainbow for me. I see rainbow now. I'm like, I don't like it.
I don't know, man. I'm a progressive dad in that sense. Like I try not to associate color with anything when it comes to kids. Like my kid has tried that shit a few times with I don't want it because it's pink. I wear pink shirts. I wear pink fucking pants, shoes, anything I can get. Like there's no such thing as gay colors. Colors.
Okay.
It's a dumb way to fucking feel about stuff. And that's why I'm saying those guys, they'd rather not get a paycheck or get in trouble. Maybe they just want to put asses in seats. So they're refusing to do it so that the people who support it will show up. But other than that,
you think the gays are going to come out just because they're wearing a rainbow shirt?
I think the people that watch hockey probably don't like gay people, and then also the gay people might protest. So either way, they're winning, huh? Selling tickets.
I don't think. I'll be honest with you. I don't think the players are into this. I don't think
they care. I think they play hockey and that's what they're there to do, but they don't want their fucking game politicized and get people, stirring shit up on Twitter.
Yeah. So here's a new one. So remember our Colorado Baker? Go ahead.
I'm not done.
You're not done.
Hockey is figure skating with pads and a stick. So it's kind of gay. Why? What is no, you listen to me.
Okay.
What is any fucking sole purpose for being able to ice skate? You're going seal hunting, you know what I'm saying? At least with football, you run, you jump, you do all that stuff. Basketball, you run, the same thing. Like it all involves actual metrics that could be used in real life. You would never need to ice skate. It's just a reason to fucking put on skates and punch each other in the head. It's a gay sport. So don't be so mad that they want you to wear fucking rainbows.
Here's the deal. Hockey is basketball for people that live in cold weather.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Basketball with sticks.
Yeah, it's basketball with sticks, and they use a hard puck. And I'm going to push back a little bit on this because
please do.
I don't know how many figure skaters lose their front teeth when they get knocked out by a puck going like 80 miles a fucking hour.
Yeah, the puck is a different thing, but like body checking each other and trying to stay on balance, that's whatever, dude. Get a new hobby where you're ice skating. What fucking...
Oh, wait a minute. And then here's another thing about hockey is there's fighting in the sport. Like, in other words, if you go to in an NFL game or you go to a baseball game or a basketball game and you start throwing punches, you're out. You're fined. You're suspended. Hockey, 5 minutes. Then you guys can come back out again.
It's the only reason that people watch hockey. I'm telling you, nobody would watch hockey if they just skated around and whacked the puck. And I think, personally, if you wanted me to pay attention to sports, you should add fighting to all those other things. Yeah. Like if it's a baseball game, John, and it's been 9 innings and the score is 0-0, and we've been sitting here for about 5.5 hours, I think when they get to the bottom of the 9th, they should have a bench clear. Everybody runs out on the field, and the last man standing, they fucking win. Now that's gonna suck because they got to play another game tomorrow or whatever. But I think it's ridiculous. Baseball too. You sit there all fucking day. No, throw fighting into it, and I'll watch it.
I'm on the record saying that instead of going to extra innings, what they do is they bring up their best 3 hitters
Mhm.
and the shortstop pitches. And
Oh,
it's
they
home
just
run
have a
derby.
home run derby.
They have a
Nice.
home run derby. Yeah. And they just, the shortstop comes in, he fires it in there. And then you see how, and you get their best 3 hitters. And I guess they get until they get an out. They can hit them until they get
It's
an
pretty
out.
good. Make it a spectacle. Make me look forward to you guys
Yeah.
getting to this shit because otherwise it's just gay. Like I tell you what, I think another rule that should change is in football. If you go into the opposing sides like sidelines, they
They
should get to beat the fuck out of you. Like they should be able to stop you and hit you with football. Like your buddies can come help, and maybe the coaches will be like, "No, stop, don't do that." But it's free game. If you go into the pit, like that's your ass.
The thing about hockey is most of the players are probably around the same size. They're not. I shouldn't say that nowadays. It doesn't really matter. But back in the day, they were kind of like the same size. Where if you get a running back and a defensive tackle, I mean that's not even a fair fight. Well, I don't know. You didn't watch the game, but the Eagles game, there was an offensive tackle that grabbed this guy and picked him up like he was a handkerchief and tossed him over his shoulder.
Oh shit! See, that's the people you're talking about idolizing the players. Nobody idolizes the linemen and stuff like that. Those big 340-pound fucking behemoths that just toss people around and bash their goddamn craniums against each other on the front line.
Yeah, see, I'm catching shit. How can you talk crap about hockey when you're an Eagles fan? Hey, I also, when the Flyers do well, and get in the playoffs, I watch the Flyers. It's not like I played a lot of street hockey growing up. I never played ice hockey because
that's ball hockey, isn't it?
Yeah, ball hockey.
Hey,
ball hockey. But yeah, and
but you guys fucking set shit on fire when you win. Like Philadelphia has a pretty weird sense of like winning games and losing games. Like you just want to burn shit down. I think
we don't set stuff on fire. We go out into the neighborhood and we climb shit, like climb poles. They go out and they grease all these poles, and the people in Philly are like, "You think that's going to stop us?"
Yeah,
they go right up the pole.
Pole grease and Philly faggots.
I mean, it's amazing how they just flood out in the streets of Philadelphia, and it's a party. They're out there drinking and partying, and there's no fighting out there. Yeah,
sure there is.
Sure
that John, shut up. People get
serious.
Pushed in the head.
I was watching it this last game when they got in the Super Bowl. The Broad Street which is the main street in Philadelphia. It just filled up with people, and they're all they're drinking, and people were climbing stuff. And then
you saw the telecast. You need to be seeing people's TikTok videos and shit of people falling off balconies and headbutting each other in front of cars and stuff.
There was a bunch.
We won! Yay!
A bunch of people climbed up on a bus, on top of a bus stop, and they're up there. Yeah. The fucking glass broke, and they fell through. They had to bring the ambulance.
Christ, retards.
So, yeah, but hey, listen, I can't help it. I've been a sports fan, especially football, since I was 11 years old. I'm gay for football. I love it. Absolutely love it. But anyhow.
Right. John Jamingo, I got to pause the show momentarily.
Okay, go ahead.
My daddy Dom Dave is very upset at the moment.
What's wrong with him?
Apparently that person that was in the chat that asked that I acknowledge him.
Yes.
Currently has control over the chat and banned my daddy Dom Dave from the chat. Would you please reinstate him?
That?
I don't know. Unless you did it.
I did not.
You guys better unblock my daddy Dom before I
did not do that. Hey,
I'm gonna start slapping nutsacks around here.
Yeah. Can I do that? Let me see something. Can I?
I don't know.
Oh, hang on. I just put I am canceled in timeout.
Better stop fucking around.
Yeah, I don't want Dave blocked. If anybody should have Dave blocked in the chat, it would be me.
I'm gonna have Dave start running the chat. Dave, you need a job? You need some shit to do? Come show up and run the chats.
So anyhow.
Anyway, yeah, that's why I don't like sports. It's cool, I'll watch it. But people that get like really like they say us, like we're going to this shit like that. I'm like, okay.
Eagles hat on, I start talking about the game. What we got to do is we got to get the defense out there first. It's me, we, all that stuff.
You first, motherfucker.
Awesome.
Get out there.
Yes. That's me. I'm that guy.
I saw Tom Brady quit and nobody fucking cares. That's so funny to me. He's like, he Brett Favre'd it, man. Like, you should have just stayed away. People actually were sad. They were like, God damn you, Tom Brady, you're the greatest of all time. And you come back for 1 year and eat a mile-long cock. And then you're like, yeah, I guess I'm done now. Good. Bye. See you later, dickhead.
Here's the thing. Tom Brady.
Even his wife quit. She was just like, I'm fucking done. You're not going to blame this shit on me next time that you suck.
Yeah. The Tom Brady's last game, his last loss was to the Dallas Cowboys. And to me, I would have to come back just to season to lose to somebody else.
Yeah, he probably going to kill himself. You don't want that
Dallas
one.
Cowboys. Absolutely. Right. They're fighting in the chat.
Good. Let them to it. I don't look at chat. What's next, John?
All right. So remember when the Colorado baker, they wanted him to bake the gay cake. And we talked about this before because
you bake cakes.
Because I bake cakes. I said, stop your bullshit. You make cakes. Make cakes. So this guy, again, this is just a big cock off between the gays and this transgenders and this guy here. And just look at him. All right. You can tell right now that he's just a Bible thumper. And,
he looks like Randy Owen from the band Alabama.
You know something? You're absolutely right.
Wow. And he just don't want to make a gay cake, huh?
So he didn't want to make a gay cake.
What kind of gay cake, though? Like, if you cut into it, like little rainbow-colored cocks fall out, like, how gay was this cake?
I would imagine there's two men on top. And maybe
I have to imagine that even this dude knows that in 2023, you've got to give a little. If they want a gay cake with Jim and Bob written on the fucking front of it, then you make the cake and you write Jim and Bob, happy wedding or whatever the fuck. But like, unless they were wanting him to draw a cock on it or something like that, like, I really don't understand why he's making such a big deal out of this.
Dude, I would make a penis cake with the balls at the bottom.
I know you. You're an overachiever. You would have all sides of bells and whistles and fucking.
And I would put both gay guys on the top of that thing. I would make the gayest cake, and I would be known as the gay cake baker. And you know what would happen? People would leave me alone. They'd stop going. But because this guy refuses to make a cake, they're in there all the time fucking with him.
Yeah.
Just what? Take a knee, make the fucking cake. Here's another thing you can do. You can do one of two things. You can charge more for the gay cake, or you can put a lot of salt in the mix and make it taste like shit.
Or semen.
Or no, they'll come back for that. Or maybe the salty would make them. I don't. Anyhow.
Checkmate.
Where it's not a good cake to eat. All right. You want a cake? I'll make one. It's inedible, but you can have your cake.
Yeah, it's got dog shit in it, but it's pretty.
Right. So now he's back in court. This time he lost. Why? Because he denied a service of a transgender woman. So this is what they wanted to make. He wanted the cake.
Oh, man.
Let's put this out here. So this is what he wanted to do. They come in and they go, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want a cake. I want it pink on the outside and blue on the inside. So it's transgender. Now, what's the big fucking deal? Okay. It's not like they said, put, from, I don't know, Mark to Mary or something like that. It's just make a cake, make the icing pink and the cake blue.
He might actually be transphobic. Like, he's scared to make a cake that has two different colored icings on it because of what it represents, I guess.
The Lord told me that you gays it's an abomination in the Bible, whatever chapter and verse, that gay people are an abomination, and I will not bake or participate in any. I will not go to your gay wedding. I won't go to your gay activities, and I will not bake you a gay cake. And now you want me to bake a transgender cake? Well, I don't think there's anything in the Bible, because even the Lord himself didn't think that this shit would go on.
Yeah, they didn't have that shit back then, man.
Back then, they didn't start that stuff. They stoned you. All of a sudden, you come out in a dress. In fact, we all wore dresses back then. But if that stuff turned around where you started stuffing a bra or something like that, trying to be a woman, well, we just stone you to death is what we do. Again, it's the Bible. Everybody's taking sides. Everybody's digging in. Bake the fucking cake. And then here's the other thing. Leave this guy alone. There's I'm sure there's 100 bakeries that'll bake you a gay cake. Go
The
there.
gayest cake. Yeah, you call. He
Gayest
said,
cake.
call John Domingo Inc.
They'll bake you
Anybody
a gay
locally there? Are they in Colorado? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're in Colorado.
There's not one gay cake shop in Colorado. Really?
I can't believe it. It's just what
That
they're
was
trying to do.
heavily implied sarcasm, John.
I understand. But here's the thing. What they're trying to do right now is they're going to make an example of this guy. So next time somebody goes in, if you try to say, I'm not baking a cake, they're like, you're going to bake this cake, bigot, or we're going to ruin your life and we're going to ruin your business.
God damn it. This
Bigot,
is a tough
bake
call
the
for me
cake.
because listen, I don't like Jesus people. I really don't. I don't believe in any of that shit. So I appreciate the fact that you believe in something wholeheartedly, that you would commit your life and make decisions based on it. I don't. So I'm fine if you don't think that I'm going to heaven or whatever the fucking deal is. But, you know, I don't want the government to tell you or whoever to be like, you got to make it because of you believe in God. Like it's a really weird fight to be happening right now.
Yeah, all the shit that's going on now, we got to worry about.
I just did a Josh impression. You like that? Sorry, I just talked in a complete circle. Yeah, man.
What's he saying? It's not hey now. It's
Fuck
hell
yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. I got a question for you.
Yes. Save me.
You're working.
Mm-hmm.
You're
driving down the road.
All right, hang on. I'm sorry. I can't do two things at one time. You're working. And you work for Google and you have a boss and you're this guy, right?
Okay, I'm that guy.
Right. And then this is your boss.
All right.
And you're at a dinner.
She's an Asian gal.
She's an Asian gal. This guy's 48.
John, bear with me. Not a bad looking Asian gal, huh?
She's not a bad looking Asian gal. All right. So let me set the thing.
Probably all gussied up because you're at a fucking party of some sort. She got her hair back, got her makeup on.
Yeah, he's married, has 7 children.
Well, yeah, he does.
He's married. So now all of a sudden, she decides that she's getting handsy with this guy.
Yeah, he's got 7 kids. She wants him to put a baby inside her.
All right.
Clearly.
She started rubbing his ab, complimenting on his physique, told him that her marriage lacks the spice.
Ooh.
All right. And then he's like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden things started to get a little crazy. Like, in other words, she didn't like being turned down. So she started doing the exact thing that men did to females, the Me Too movement.
Does it say she groped him at a party? She grabbed a hold of his ding dong?
Oh, I don't know if she grabbed the whole, like she rubbed his stomach, and then there was meetings where they were at. She was making him uncomfortable.
I don't know, dude. If it's groping, it has to be the dick and balls. I'm going to stay solid on that one. So anything else is playful touch. Yeah.
Really? So you think that you could go to work and have a support and a person that works for you, under you, you could just take and rub her belly and rub her shoulders and something like that and not get in trouble?
100%, because I made the statement and I'm going to goddamn stand by it, John.
You would be fired so fucking fast.
Yeah.
They would turn that shit around on you so well. Here's what would happen. They would play along with it.
Only men. I'm saying you could touch men anywhere but their nut dicks. Once you touch their dicks, it's over. That's assault.
That's assault. So
without
there's
asking.
a double standard.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, then if there's a double standard, there's a double standard. How am I going to argue with that? But so anyhow, so now he's suing Google over this. She's denying everything, but he has receipts. He has receipts because this was done during COVID, and he recorded the meetings.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, she's in trouble, and I'm saying good. I'm good because you know what, ladies, you fought to be in these positions because you were so much better than men, and you wouldn't do. And look what happens. You get a little power in your head, and look what you do. You turn right into a man.
Yep, equality.
Yeah, equality.
Enjoy it, ladies.
The first thing you did was you found a little eye candy, and the next thing you know, you're pressuring them to get over. Here goes Duchess. We are better. I don't know. I don't see it. Here she is over there. Me too and a man. I wonder how you feel about this next story. So you have a son.
Yes.
When he gets
Allegedly.
to be, yeah, okay. When he's about 14 years old, you walk in and you find out that he is, where is it? Where's the story? Here it is. You walk in and he's in there putting makeup on.
Oh,
How do you handle
you
that?
mean like Kiss or Legion of Doom or something like that?
I mean,
Insane
like
Clown Posse makeup. There's a lot of different makeups, John.
Kim Kardashian makeup.
Oh,
How do you handle that?
is he good at it or is he doing like a really bad job? Like
Well,
when I
let's-
walk in, does he look like some kind of like a 1994 depiction of a drag queen?
This is what he looks
Oh,
like.
oh, hey, look at those fucking eyebrows, kid.
Eyelashes, eyebrows, little lipstick. I mean, I don't know if he's.
Men are just better, John. We can say it out loud. We know how to contour better.
You think
Steady,
so?
steady your hands. Yeah. I
So,
probably high five him. I'd say, hey, buddy, you probably don't need those fingernails. It's going to make it a real pain in the ass to tie your shoes or buckle your pants.
here's another thing. He's Hispanic, and his father walked in on him while he was doing
I
this.
think they call that Latinx.
Whatever.
That he is. If anybody so far I've seen is a Latinx, that's definitely the one right there.
Hey, little Tinksabell. So the father comes in. What you doing?
Oh,
Turn on the
man.
lights.
He's lucky he didn't beat him with a water hose when he walked in and saw that. Are you kidding me?
Now, there's the story says that the father says, "I'm going to tell you something. Whatever it is you want to do, you do. You are my son, and I will not disown you. I will not throw you out of the house."
Is
Even
that
though
your
you-
Mexican, John? Hey,
Hey, ese,
whatever
what
you
are
do,
doing?
fucker, you want to put makeup all over your fucking face? That's okay. Just don't try any gay things in my house or I'll have to stab you, ese.
Whatever it is you want to do, you'll be okay. I'll be okay with you. I'm with you. Okay. I love you. If it makes you happy, you do it. But you do it good. All right. Don't half-ass. You make it. You get your sister. Your sister come in here. She tell you how to. Because this no good. This no
John,
good.
let's
But-
be honest. And this, I think you wanted to be kind of dudeish about this and be like, I'd fucking smack him across his face and say, don't you put on that makeup. But in this day and age, that's probably one of the tamest things I could walk in on. You know what I mean? Like if I walk in on my 14-year-old kid with a plunger in his ass, fucking watching dressed up like a cartoon character, there's so many other things that I could walk in on now that if I walked in and the motherfuckers put on makeup, I would be like, hey, dude, you got a little bit too extra on this one side. High five. Wash that shit off before your mom gets home.
Who sounds Asian? I thought I was doing a pretty good.
No, it was more like Japanese.
Was it?
You know what I heard the other day, John?
What's that?
Did you know that 50% of Chinese people have cataracts?
And the other half, Rican Continental. Hi-oh. Hi-oh. Jesus Christ, that joke's so old.
I
Grandfather.
heard it the other day. It tickled me so much, John. I go, that's the most racist shit I've ever heard.
How is that racist? Because you use an accent?
Cataracts. And they said the other 50% drive a Rican
Oh.
down the car. Oh my God. We've come a long way, man.
I'm going back. I want to go back to where you can make fun and kid around with different people, different cultures, and make fun of stereotypes and everybody laughs.
You can. You just can't get mad if they happen to punch you. Like they're all going to get in trouble, just like
you
if you
can't-
hit
no,
them, you'll
no,
get in
no,
trouble.
no.
But
No. Well, can I punch everybody that calls me fat, makes fun of me for being fat? Is that allowed?
you can. You'll just go to jail.
Well, what I'm saying is, I mean, can't we just joke? But this is the way it used to be. I want to go back to that. Some puss got his feelings hurt or her feelings hurt and started all this shit, and everybody got on board, and now comedy's fucking dead. I hate all of you for it. Serious. It's ridiculous.
People have gotten real scared, It'll come
But
back
think
around.
it's
I
right.
think that's what they said, the pendulum or whatever the old people say. Pendulum's going to swing back.
Yeah.
We'll
You
see.
got to train your kids right. Like if you have a daughter, this is what you got to do, people. This is how we got to start doing things. When our girls are old enough, we start training them to be homemakers.
Oh God, John.
Look at this. They
You're
bring
gonna get us
daddy dinner.
canceled.
Look at this. Oh, they start cleaning up after their father, right? Watch what happens now.
What would the king of the
shoes
simps
off,
say?
puts them to the
Look at
side.
them. Oh,
Here comes the girl. She goes over. She picks up the shoes and she goes, puts them away while he puts his feet up. Look, puts the shoes away where daddy can find them. Now, what happens? Daddy shaves. You take and go clean the sink.
oh
See,
shit.
I'm all for this,
Yeah.
right? If you want, listen, when women get married, they want the lawn mowed, they want the house fixed, they want house painted, they want stuff like that done. All of a sudden, we're supposed to do that, okay? Where's the give and take?
I guess it starts early. You've raised like 5 fucking girls, John. I don't know. Like, did they all pick up shoes? Do they pick up shoes now?
They are the fucking worst, and I blame my fucking ex-wife for this, and I'll tell you why.
Yes.
I go over there the other day. This is months ago. I go over there, and my ex-wife, she works like 8-10 hours a day. All right. Then she comes home, and then she sits there, and she has to make them all dinner.
Oh.
Right. And then when I walk in there, and the fucking sink is full of dishes, and the table's nothing. I walked in the house, I go, and they're all sitting there watching TV, playing video games, looking at their phone and all. I'm like, get in there and clean that goddamn kitchen up. Your mom's got to come home. She can't even make dinner. She's got to come home from work, clean up the kitchen just to make you dinners. I said, if I was still here, you kids would fucking starve because nobody would get dinner until this fucking place was cleaned up and somebody could make dinner. And by the way, you're all in your late teens, early 20s. Why can't you make dinner? So
then you broke some shit. That's what I would have done. Punch
No,
holes
I'm
in the
just
walls.
saying,
You're old enough you can afford to replace a door. Just go punch a hole in the door and be like, respect your fucking mother.
you don't think I've had to replace a door at my house?
Well, that's her house, I guess. Their house, them.
Well, back then it was my house. I had to replace a door at my house.
Yeah. Fucking
Absolutely.
run through that shit one more time, get your point across. And say,
Yeah,
God damn it.
Dean's actually, how hard is it to take some fucking pizza rolls and throw them on a fucking tray and put them in the oven? Give me a break.
Yeah, they make air fryers now, bitch. Get to work.
Look, this is the shit I got to put up with. John's coming out of his crate. He's been eating just fine. Where's the other one he did? Here's the one. Sink's full of dishes and John's full of shit and donuts. I don't know.
It's a little wordy for an episode title, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I get it, man. No, I'm with it. I think you should teach our kids. What if you don't have daughters, though? You teach your boy to pick up your shoes too?
No. You teach your boys to do what boys are supposed to be do. You teach them
man things and shoot raccoons and small animals in the yard and skin them.
I think you take them outside. He takes out the trash. He takes the trash to the curb. He brings the cans up. You know, he rakes the yard. He mows the yard.
John, you know what? I think I'm going to start making my 7-year-old take out the trash. And if he doesn't do it, I'm going to hit him with a fucking newspaper.
On the nose. Just on the nose. You know what you do?
No, on the ass. That's what it was made for. Whacking.
Is that what it was? See, I always used to get hit. I used to get hit in the ear. I hated that.
Oh.
Here's the deal. I think I was 7 years old.
Okay.
I had to take the trash out. I had to make sure that the trash never overflowed.
You know what? I got a 13-gallon trash can. Like, that's a plus for me. When I was a kid, you got the big motherfuckers in the kitchen, so you only got to take it out like once every other day because it's just fucking like a drum. This little kid, he needs to start taking that shit out. Fuck
Why
yeah.
shouldn't he? And then here's the other thing. When I was 12, I started doing the wash because I could. Excuse me. I could take and carry the baskets down and carry the baskets back up again. Mm-hmm. So, I was supposed to take it down, put the wash in the washer, go put the stuff in the dryer.
It's just because of the wording. That thing was so quote unquote offensive. It's just because they didn't say you should teach your children to fucking have some home training and pick up after themselves and help also pick up their dad's stuff.
Josh is not wrong here. I also shot a cat that I didn't like. And it wasn't that I didn't like him. It was the fucking cat would come over and tear the trash out. And who used to have to go in and pick up all the trash after the cat tore it out? Jackass.
Mm-hmm. What did you shoot it with? Like a pellet gun or something?
I shot it with an air pellet gun.
Hell yeah.
With 22 caliber. Right behind the ear.
Oh,
I walked over and I grabbed it by the tail and I said, "You want to get in the trash?" Opened up the lid, put the trash cat in the trash, put it there. I said, "Now you're in the trash." Fuck you, cat.
Oh, no.
And before that, I went to the neighbor. I said, "Hey, your cat keeps coming over and tearing out my trash." And he goes, "Well, that's an outdoor cat. He just goes where he goes."
Yeah, now it's an indoor cat.
Yeah,
Indoor the fucking trash can.
about 2 weeks later, he comes over. He goes, "You see my cat?" I said, "I don't know. He's an outdoor cat. He goes where he goes." Well, I know. Fuck that cat.
Oh no.
I'd do it tomorrow. I'd shoot that cat again. Dutcher says he's a junkyard cat now. I think I was 12 or 13 when I shot that cat. Right out the window, man. Opened up the window, put it right behind his ear. Down he went.
Oh, you were a good shot. Nice.
His tail went straight up in the air, and he did a 180 and a twist, and then fell.
Got him.
I waited a little while just in case. I didn't want to go out there and have the thing attack me. Yeah. I don't hate it.
I'm trying to think of a JFK joke, but I keep getting John Fat Kennedy. I know it doesn't really count, but he busted his ass. Nice.
Speaking of men that shoot things, let's see if I can find this. Here it is. So in Montana, apparently there is a lake that, a mine filled up with water.
Oh man, this was a crazy story, right?
Right.
You would have been perfect for this job. Could you imagine? This would be a fun retirement job.
I might apply. This Montana man spends his day shooting birds that land on a toxic lakes to save them from burning inside out.
Yo.
So there's a place in Butte, Montana. It's called the Berkeley Pit. It's so acidic, it has the potential to fry birds inside out in a matter of hours.
Oh, no.
Locals, such as Mark Morano here, use a variety of methods to scare them away. The lake became toxic after underground water began to seep in and create a oh my God, I can't say it. Sulfuric acid. Thank you.
This means it smells like farts, John, like egg farts. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a con to that job.
Right. The lake has become so acidic that if a bird lands there for more than a few hours, it can be cooked from the inside out. So the locals have gotten creative to help protect the migratory birds.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like
there's a fucking bird sniper just chilling up on the ridge and busting caps on any bird that lands on that lake.
To protect the birds, Mark uses expensive arsenal of high-tech tools to keep the birds off the lake. But once they land and they sit there for a while, he doesn't want them to go through the pain of cooking from inside out. So he takes a gun and just.
Okay, so there's other methods. Look, it says aerial drones, a drone bore. So there's like a robo pig, laser pointer to help keep the birds off the water. Each, favorite tool
is his $5,000 scope, which can spot birds before they even get wet.
I was trying to see if there was any point to that, but yeah, I guess the last resort is he throws up the old 223 and busts that ass from across the lake. Yeah, read that quote, John.
I mean, I dream, sleep, eat, poop ducks. Before oh my God, my mouth. Before resorting to shooting, people will use unnatural sounds to repel the birds from the area. Oh, well. So anyhow, yeah. So this guy goes over and just
propane cannons. Look at this. There's all lines of defenses. So basically his job, he's like a scare duck. He stands over in the fucking thing and he's like, boo, shoo, get out of there.
He's a modern day scarecrow is what he is.
But if you sit there for too long, I'm assuming what do you say, a few minutes, 10 minutes. If you've been down there too long, he just goes full blown Tom Berenger and busts a cap in your ass.
You notice they don't put any pictures of this guy's face in there. You always see the back.
No.
He's like, fuck this. I'm not having people, you fucking animal activists coming out here and starting to get all my shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'd be a fun job though. Saving animals one shot at a time.
Okay. So remember you said we had a story we didn't put up here for like 2 weeks. And it was about a guy who shot a lion. He was taking a picture with the lion, and the lion's brother came over and ate the guy.
No shit, right?
Killed him and ate him. Yeah.
How do you feel about trophy hunting, John?
I don't like it.
I've been turned into a little bit of a Rogan fag on this one, so that's why I'm letting you throw it out there, so I can, if I'm going to argue with you, maybe, but if not,
if you're not going to eat, if you're not going to eat it, if you're just going to take it and stuff the head or whatever, to take the pelt or something like that, then I'm not for it.
Mhm.
The other side of this is that these guys go to Africa and they spend a shit ton of fucking money into the economy where there is no,
$100,000
right
to shoot a fucking elephant, and then
Yeah.
that village gets $100,000. Now, a lot of corruption. Probably a lot of that money doesn't go where it could go.
exactly.
You know, unfortunately. But yeah, I like the idea of helping desperately poor people maintain their ecosystem by just shooting a couple lions here and there, especially if they're eating other animals or being a nuisance.
So when I was 12 years old, there is a hunting
I
preserve.
shot a lion with a pellet gun right in the fucking ear.
Hang on. I was 12 years old. There's a hunting preserve in Tioga, Pennsylvania. You go up there and they have like all dad sheep. That's the ones in Texas with the big long horns. They've got
Sure.
the Rocky Mountain Rams. They have buffalo. They have all these exotic game that they're in these big, giant, huge pens.
Paddocks.
Paddocks.
Mm-hmm.
You go up there, you spend money, and then you shoot one of these things and you
With a
take it home.
paintball gun, that's the move. You guys want to shoot a zebra?
No.
Give me $25. I'll give you 10 shots.
No, you go up there. And they have a lot of wild, they had a lot of wild boar in there too. So my dad and my dad's cousin, we go up there, and my dad had a what are those things? A black powder gun. So he wanted us to go up there, and he wanted me to go up there and shoot a ram with this black powder gun.
Sure.
So
Like a
I'm
muzzle
sitting-
loader, 50 caliber, a big
50
old
caliber muzzle,
boom boom. Okay.
exactly what it is. It's the one where you go, you never know if it's going to go off. The hammer goes, and then you sit there for a second, it goes,
Yeah. You got to wait a minute.
gotta wait just a second. So we go there, and we have this one sheep walks out, big, huge, and it's snowing. So my dad goes, okay, can you see it? I go, yeah, it's about 75, 100 yards away. So he goes, shoot. So I'm like, and things going snap, and it's not firing. Snap.
And both of your buttholes cinched up
Right.
like a
So
snare drum.
my dad takes off. So my cousin hands me his 270 rifle. He says, here, shoot it with this. So I put the scope on it, put it right on the shoulder, and I'm sitting there and I go, boom, down it goes. Just flat, right down. It's right down. So the guy goes, okay, great. So that's a good kill. So now my dad's pissed off because we come all the way up there because he wants to, he's like, damn it, I brought this gun all the way up here. I'm going to shoot someone with it. He says, what's the cheapest thing we can shoot? Goes a wild boar. Okay. So now we go out.
Somebody give me a pig to kill.
So we're up on the mountain and we're walking, and all of a sudden here comes this big black wild boar. So my dad goes, okay. So he's sitting there, he puts up against a tree.
Yeah. I'm going to name you Jerome.
He hits this wild boar with this 50 caliber pumpkin ball. It's like shooting it with a regular bowling ball. That thing squealed and left a trail of blood like 50 yards. I'm like, my God, how did you not stop it with that fucking hand or that black powder thing you had?
Right.
I don't know if you've ever shot a wild boar, because I know they
No,
haven't.
I'm not stupid. I don't hunt things that can also kill me.
Right. So, but that was my hunting story in a preserve. That's as close. And I had to get a bunch of shit from my cousins. Oh, was it tied to a tree? I had that thing. We had him mounted. I had that ram's head mounted for.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. You probably paid a lot of money to go out there and shoot that fucking thing.
It finally got so old that the nose fell off. Fell off the
God
thing.
damn it,
It
John.
was thrown in the trash.
I'm not letting go of the drive-through, like the drive-by shooting zoo. I think that would be a fun idea. Like PETA would definitely come and shut you down. But like, I mean, they're not going to die. How much would you fucking pay money to drive through and be able to shoot it like an elephant or a fucking zebra or a bunch of hippos? Just shoot them right in their fucking face. But you're in a metal reinforced Jeep. Blah, 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 blah.
Dude, I'm telling you, a guy went up there. This was all, there's people up there all over, and you hear shots. And so a guy goes up there, he wants to kill a wild boar with a bow and arrow.
Mm.
So all of a sudden, he's like,
just use a knife, dickhead. You want to go full, Indian tribesman? Jump in there and stab it with a fucking knife.
I come back. We're sitting there. All of a sudden, here comes the tractor with this wild boar in the back, and it looked like a porcupine. It must have had 7 arrows in this. Another guy went up and shot a buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
The buffalo, they drug it up there. The guy cut the head off the buffalo and says, you can have the rest of it. And we had that night for dinner, because we were up there for 2 nights. That night for dinner, we had buffalo.
Some bison.
Yeah, it was really good. So
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
so I have no
I'm in
problem
full
with that.
support as long as somebody's eating it. That is fair too. I say that. Like, do you eat elephant? Like somebody goes and
It's a lot of. I guess they don't, and that seems like a lot of waste of meat. Got to be
yeah.
a lot of meat on an elephant.
I think that's why people get so pissed off at poaching because they chop off their tusks or whatever, but they don't actually eat elephant. Damn,
Porcupine.
we gotta look at. I gotta look up some recipes, John. What is elephant stew like?
I don't know. I don't think I would eat lion. I mean, if I was hungry, I mean, if there was no food around, I think I would.
I've never had cat meat. It probably wouldn't be that good. They're very lean. I don't know, dude. I've seen a couple neighborhood cats that are very Garfieldish. Like they probably wouldn't be bad with some rosemary, some butter.
Can I make a can I make a rule here?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my rule. It's a rule for the chat. You get 3 fat jokes. On your 4th fat joke, you get a timeout. So
3 strikes and you're fat.
right. There you go. Just put another user in time.
Everybody get your tallies. Make sure and keep track because John can't do it while he's having a show.
There we go. So I just put Edward in timeout again. That's the first time I've ever put someone in timeout. That's not true. I put Vegeta in time.
Well, what was the fat joke?
Yeah.
Tell me, John. You can't just ban people and not tell me the joke. Give me all 3 of the fat jokes.
He says, let me get
Just
back to
read them. Don't post them.
I know. You're a wild boar.
Yes.
Tapioca, Pennsylvania. He doesn't like it because DoorDash doesn't deliver it. John's a donut activist. Your mouth isn't full. That's the problem. Let's put it. What else is? Porcupine, you're a waste of meat. So that's what he said. So anyhow,
You're a waste of meat, and the other one about Tapioca, Pennsylvania. You got it, kid. All the rest garbage.
Right. Not
Keep
bad.
on trying. Why you think about jokes while you're in timeout, stupid.
All right. What else do we got going on here?
There's other fun stuff,
I'm
John.
sorry. We didn't even get into the story.
What was your fucking $1 million idea? You told me about that the other day.
I'll tell you that in a second. Hold on. I got to get into it. I didn't get even the story.
Yeah, we went around trophy hunting.
About this thing. We talked about trophy. Viral story on Hunter eaten by lions is a fraud.
Oh, can you use that guy with your face on it, John?
I'm sure you will.
He might have you by a couple pounds.
Yeah, it's close.
He looks like Trump, huh?
He looks like Trump.
Wow.
So here's the thing: the internet.
I didn't know you could ride a rascal scooter through the fucking desert. That seems like it's a risky business.
So here's what happened. They put this tweet up to see it's totally false. So they put it up at 3:30. The next day it had 14.7 million views, 18,200 retweets, and 171,200 likes.
Yeah.
And a bunch of replies. So not everything you see on the internet is true. Because we had this on the board. We were going to talk about this, and we just did talk about it. But
we talked around it, but it was funny. I found out that it wasn't. Yeah, it's not true.
What did Rogan say? What did he say as far as?
Well, the same thing I said. I just repeated what, in some places don't make a lot of money, and you never know the people that charge $250,000 to shoot a wild buffalo, deer, bison, or whatever the fuck. Maybe that's somebody's whole family's income for an entire year. Maybe they have water and stuff. Like it's real easy to sit over here and judge people, for killing an animal that you think is pretty versus the reality, which is they can make more of those. And right now they need to have food.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that.
But like I also said, there's a lot of corruption and stuff like that, and it's unorganized, and there's gangs and stuff that probably take money off the top to have, outsiders come in peacefully and not get robbed at fucking machete point or something. So there's a lot of money that gets injected into the economy there, like you said. So it's a necessary evil, I think.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of trying to save something here because it's our next story and I forgot to do something. So,
like I said, don't kill them. Just shoot them with paintball guns and charge everybody $100 a paintball, $1,000 a paintball. Like find a healthy medium where animals don't have to die. Maybe they take a lick. That sucks, but you feed them fucking the best food and you let these narcissistic dipshits be able to drive around and shoot things like they want to without killing them.
We went to the first time I went to play paintball. The person,
You've played paintball, John?
sure, a couple times, yeah.
You're a big guy. How far did you mosey around the paintball course, John?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. You asked, well, we talked about this on Brand X. I was back in the day, I could move around pretty good.
I get it.
And when I was playing paintball one time and I charged the fort.
Hold on, I'm going to do this for Edward before he says it. Did people hide behind you while you were playing paintball, John?
No,
Like a
I
bunker?
charged the fort. Like, so when you got shot, you went to a certain area
Yes.
to wait for the game to be over. So I came over, I come over the ridge and I charged the fort.
Ah! With your war face.
Ron Domingo, man of action. I got up to the side of the fort. I think I shot about 6 people inside, and then I went in. I got 3 more people at the top before I finally got shot.
Yeah, you
got
acted like John Wick, like you jumped over some shit, but you just dove on the ground and rolled
Telling
and
you,
shot
man.
like 5 little kids in their faces.
You would be shocked. You know, when I was your age, I got around pretty good.
I've fucking played like out in the woods paintball, like you're talking about, with just a couple buddies, and you hide behind shit and jump out and scare each other and try to light each other up. But I will tell you this: you just jogged a memory out of my brain. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
First time I ever played paintball was with this girl that I was trying to fuck. Right.
Of course.
Early on in the thing, like we didn't know each other that well, but it was like oh yeah, let's go on a date-ish kind of deal. You know, brought a couple other friends with us. Now, I was on the field, never played paintball. I'd been through the spiel and I ran out of paintballs. So I'm out on the battlefield. I'm like, oh shit. The first round went good. I shot a little kid in his face. Like you said, it feels real good when they're peeking and you pop them right in the goggles and you go, So I ran out of fucking bullets and I'm like, oh shit. So I put my little plug in and I stuck my gun up and waved and they blew whistle. He's out. I didn't pay attention on where you were supposed to go. You know, so now I stand up and everybody's waiting for me to jog my chunky ass off the battleground, like you said. So and I don't know where to go. I'm like, oh, I go, wait. So I just jog towards the ref. Nobody's going to shoot the ref. They said in the very beginning that if you shoot the ref, you're going to get thrown the fuck out. So I'm like, I'm going to go ask the ref, where am I supposed to go? So I jog over to the ref. I said, hey, and he goes, listen, man, you need to get the fuck out of here. You're going to get shot again. And I go, I'm trying. I don't know where to go. He said, and he just pointed like over that way. I go, okay. I took one fucking step, Jamingo, and from across the field, this dude like army sniped the tip of my penis. Like it was down in my short, like in just on the edge, and it fucking popped me right in the tip of my dick, and it folded me up like a lawn chair. Like both my legs went out. High pitched squeal. I fucking was like, I fell in the dirt, and the fucking refs was like, "What are you doing? Get out of here!" And I was like, it took my breath away, John. I was like,
So
shut.
So they tell you if you're close enough, because those paintballs, when you're close, really, really hurt. Like they'll raise a welt, they'll cause a bruise.
I couldn't be mad at the guy. He didn't do that on purpose. You can't lob a shot across the battlefield like that. Now, he shot at me, but he did not mean to hit the tip of my dick. It was like slamming it in a drawer, John. It was the worst thing ever.
So I'm close to a guy. I don't shoot him. I take my hand, I tap him on the shoulder so you don't shoot him, right?
Mm-hmm.
This piece of shit turns around and shoots me 3 times. Once in the chest, once in the thigh.
Point blank, huh?
And 2 in the thigh, once in the chest. And I'm telling you, it hurt like a bitch. And I was like, all of a sudden, dude says, you hear, motherfucker. And the guy's ah! I lit him up. Son of a bitch.
Jesus. Oh, you just reminded me of a story, John. Did you happen to pull that clip that I asked you to pull for the Walmart story?
I don't know which one is the Walmart story.
Oh, tits. Maybe I didn't add it. Okay, maybe next week. Maybe next week, guys.
All right. Well, we got 2. We're talking about paintball because I want to get into this one video.
Yes.
Because I think that again, wait a minute. Where is it? Here it is.
Oh.
So here you go.
Oh, literally paintballs. Gross.
Watch your step. Watch your step, please.
Is he saying watch your step or watch your stuff?
Watch your step.
Oh, they're saying watch your stuff.
There it is. So
this is a parade of painted people.
Yeah, they're all naked and they're all painted.
Oh, this is so cool when they do it in Sports Illustrated, but this is not so fun.
No, regular people, they should not do this to regular people. I mean, look. Oh my God. There's a lady in a fucking wheelchair.
This is equality, man. This is what it's all about.
Oh. There's just nothing left to the imagination.
Oh my goodness. They're just painted like, they look like Pink Floyd album covers. This is crazy. Whoa. That guy's wiener's out, John. God damn you.
All right, there we go. He's got the thing covered.
I'm going to get a boner. What are we doing here? That one looks like Richard Simmons behind him. Look at that.
That's a woman.
My wife said something the other night, John, that made me laugh. I was drinking beer and I shot beer out of my fucking nose because we were watching wrestling, and it was a gal, like a kind of a thicker, heavyset gal. And I said fupa. You know what a fupa is? The fat udder.
Yeah, it's
pubic, right. So this lady had more of a Dunlap, like where her belly was kind of like laying over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my wife I was ever so lovingly watching the Royal Rumble with my wife cuddled in my arm, and I went to take a sip out of my drink. And she goes, yeah, I've heard people call that an apron. And for some reason, those connections of words and seeing that lady's fat belly covering up her fucking pussy and legs, it made me laugh so fucking hard, John. In that moment, I fell over. She started crying like it was a whole thing.
See,
that was just an anecdotal story about my wife. But other than that, the lady had an apron. That was my point.
Yeah. I went to a bar one time in Delaware, and the bartender had a Phillies jersey painted on her.
It is weird seeing people with painted on clothes, right?
And I didn't know that was paint for like an hour. And she was waiting on me. Like, she was the bartender. She kept coming back and forth. And the guy says to me, I can't believe she don't have a top on. And I went, what? And I looked over and I went, and then once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that.
John's just mad because it would take like 15 gallons of paint to do his whole body.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
And a spray gun.
All right. So we didn't get banned for that one. Let's see if we can get banned for this one.
Oh God.
This one here. Let me just tell you something.
Oh shit! This is fuck around to find out, right? Okay, right, pause.
Kind of, sort of.
Pause it right here, John. Let's play a game. You're standing in a gas station. You're standing in your Wawa. You're looking at the Gobbler's little sandwich rack, and you're going, I could really fucking go for a gobbler right now, or whatever you would say, macaroni and cheese.
Yep.
You happen out of the corner of your eye, you see a well-built lady. Potentially a man, just from across the room, you might go, that's a big chick. Walks through the sliding glass doors with a wood splitting axe, a splitting maul. So it's not just an axe, it's a heavy weighted in the back, like it's for splitting wood.
Yep.
And you go, well, that's a gal with an axe. She probably can't swing it very hard. That would be my first thought.
Not me. So as soon as I see that person walk in there, I'm like, who brings an axe?
Who wears sneakers while they're chopping wood?
Yeah, and who brings an axe into a store? Like, why? Why did you walk in with an axe? There's shenanigans afoot, and I don't want to be anywhere near this lady with this thing.
I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because where I live in Arkansas, I'm pretty sure you could walk in with a gun strapped to your waist and nobody would be the wiser, as long as you didn't have it out pointed at somebody. But like if you walked in with it in a holster, because I'm in an open carry state.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a police officer as long as it's fucking out in the open. You walk in with your shit,
But there's something different about somebody walking in with that axe.
They need a holster or like a shoulder sling to put their axe away so they don't look so menacing when they walk in, huh?
Yeah. All right. So here's what happened. So let's just go back. And so this is what the camera's on. This is a security camera.
Mm-hmm.
Walking in with purpose. And look at the way she's holding the axe. She comes in and she's walking and she's like, she's not
Browsing?
doing anything, just not really browsing. Guy
Excuse
walks
me?
by her. Excuse me.
Did that bitch dude have an axe?
Right. So now he's going up. He's got whatever he's getting. I don't know what he's got. He's got a bag of pork rinds or whatever. And he's looking at, he's side-eyeing this. And he's got a smile. He's
Hey,
like,
did you bring an axe into the gas station? That's
yeah,
weird.
what's the axe for? And now I don't know what's going on here.
Dude? Do you need
Right.
help moving some wood somewhere?
And look what's in the back pocket.
Hey, did you chop your dick off with that axe?
Well,
No.
not only that, she's got a knife in her back pocket, which I didn't notice until just this minute.
Oh, I think she's got nunchucks in the other one. That's one of those hand grip, stretchy spring things.
I have no idea. But at this point right now, I'm not anywhere close to this person.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely said something snarky to that person when they walked out. He said, where'd you get that axe from? Your boyfriend's house?
Right. So then he gets ready. They're talking or something. And
but seriously, are you wearing panties right now? How much do you charge? But that's the kind of shit he's probably saying.
And without any warning, all right, that's what he knows. Look at that. It's like, what the fuck's going on here?
He goes, no, he said the same thing I said, John. He goes, oh, look, this gal's going to swing an axe at me.
All right, so we can't watch. I can't show you what happens, but let's just fast forward a little bit. He's on the floor now.
Wowzers. Turned him into Cyclops from the X-Men. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then it gets, again, the person outside gets them again.
What did them hit they for?
I have no idea. And then just, look, walks across.
Like a superhero.
Oh, gotta stop that.
Oh,
Another angle.
This is a trailer for a Rob Zombie movie, isn't it? You're pulling my goddamn leg. This didn't happen.
I guess well, maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But so, yeah. How did that get back up there again? I thought I took it off.
Yeah, if I see anybody carrying an axe around, I'm probably leaving. I don't like that vibe.
Mm-hmm. All righty. So here's I think this is the last one. This is the last one because we're almost at the.
Yeah, we've been rolling like thunder, man. Good job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So here's my question to you.
Okay. How would you like to be a millionaire? Sharks.
How would you like to be a millionaire? Here we go.
I want to be a millionaire so fucking bad, John.
I'm 24 and my husband's 85 and we want to start a family.
Wowzers.
So here we go. Michelle Pog, I guess.
Drop my lighter. Don't say that shit.
She's 24 and she met her husband, Charles, 85, while working at a laundromat. The pair formed a friendship that turned romantic a year later. All right, so let's take a look. Oh, there's the lovely couple.
Good for them, John.
How much money do you think he has?
I don't know how much he has, but she deserves every single penny. Fuck his kids, fuck his ex-wives, like the burial fund, like all that. Go get your money, girl.
Yeah. So they were going to get married. The mother was fine with it, and the stepfather. The father was not. And she said, "Listen, I want you to come walk me down the aisle." So here we go. There's the father. He doesn't. You fucking John. This guy must have a shit ton of money because once he got to meet the man.
Yeah, he must not be on the joint account. He said, I'm all right with it. They pay for my house.
So there he is. Hey, good for this guy. And good for her if this is whatever it is. You know what? I don't even care if she's just banging him until he dies so she can get his money.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, if you're going to take that wrinkly old dick.
Can't we all look forward to something like this, John? Make somebody else's life a little easier.
Yeah. Listen, you get on the phone and make sure your life insurance policy's paid up, okay? I'll tell you what, if I was him, I would have
Did you go up for a second? Let me see that picture again. His arm is so frail and see-through. I thought it was a shadow of him like waving his arm back and forth really fast. That's just his arm. It looks like an uncooked chicken thigh.
Yeah, he's a retired real estate agent.
Bless his heart.
Yep. Poor lady. Poor guy.
No,
Whatever.
not poor anything. This is a happy story. This is for the first time ever we're ending on a happy story, John.
I like to keep trying to put his name in Google to see how long it takes before she kills him.
Good. Why kill him? Just ride out that storm. I hope. You know what I really hope, John? I hope they say the most racist shit to each other while they're boning. Just back and forth. He fucking just calls her fucking his house girl and all this stuff. And she goes, whatever, motherfucker. And like pushes him over into his wheelchair and fucking hits him with stuff. And they just have the best times.
Her real grandfather is over a decade younger than her. She wants to have 2 kids with him, but they got to do it through test tube baby kind of shit.
Oh, is that what you're asking me about? Do I need to mail him some fucking samples?
No, I think they definitely want him. So they got to extract sperm from him.
Oh, don't do that.
And
Those kids are going to come out looking 83 years old. Holy shit. That's how you make Benjamin Button. You can't be reproducing when you're fucking 90.
His sperm has canes like that, walking sticks.
His sperm might actually be racist just because it's from 1943.
Oh my God. Would I love to do a play where those two are making it and he's just sitting there going, I can't even.
Yeah, there'd be like a scene from Django.
Yep. All right, folks, that's where we are. Thank you for hanging out with us. All our links are inside the show notes here.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we also record on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, over on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We appreciate you hanging out with us. We'll be here.
Yeah, buddy. Week. Go Birds or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Oh, that's we got 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks, and then we'll be out.
Go Birds.
All right. See you all. Take care.
Clear. Man. Oh, somebody's barging in.
Damn thing kicked me out. I was supposed to start trying to shut the thing off and kick me out.